People, this is Lee Craft, the host of the What If podcast. Today's show is about what is your 5-year plan? Hmm? Do you have a 5-year plan? Other day a young man asked me, said, Mr. Lee, I want to apply for this job. Mr. Lee, I'm tired of doing the same thing every day. I said, by the time you woke up, what do you mean, Mr. Lee? Look, when you go to a place and you have all the intangible things that a company may need, and why you want to stay in the same spot? You should want to grow and one day be the face of the company. That's what I see you doing. Mr. Lee, you see that in me? Yeah. Young man, do you have a 5-year plan? Mr. Lee, what is a 5-year plan? Are you thinking ahead? What do you plan on being in the next 5 years? Mr. Lee, I never thought about that way. I said, I know. That's why I'm here. So get you a 5-year plan together and try to see yourself being in this spot 5 years from now. That's the whole game plan, young man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lee, thank you, Mr. Lee. Said, well, what I do? Well, but before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man, the white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realize that everybody's trying to side me up because I'm messing up. You know what, though? Mistakes are good, right? Mistakes make us better. Hey, like my podcast, like I said, my podcast, I don't edit. My podcast just like real life. You got to live with it and deal with it. Who don't make mistakes? Everybody. And they edit. I don't edit. But this is the thing I told the young man. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? He said, Mr. Lee, I never thought about that. All I'm thinking about is right now. I said, no, a lot of people think about it right now. You got to have a 5-year game plan to think, okay, 5 years from now, I might want to be a lead, might want to supervise, might want to be a manager, might want to be a district manager. Traveling from D.C. to distribution center to distribution center. What do you want? Where do you see yourself going? So in order to get to those places, you got to learn certain things to make yourself valuable, make yourself an asset versus being a liability. You have it in you, but it takes somebody to bring it out of you. You got to network. You got to talk to people and see what kind of skill set they have. That, okay, I need to learn this right here. I need to learn that right there. I need to learn that right there. So then you have you'll be a total package. Don't limit yourself. Make yourself limitless. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if? What if you add God to your diet? I guarantee you your 5-year plan might happen in 1 year, because God is extraordinary. But talking to the young man said, Mr. Lee, he said, how do you talk the way you talk? You talk with a lot of confidence. You've always been that way? No, man. It's over the years. It took time to get to me to be to where I'm at. And I've spoken with confidence a lot of times. But sometimes people can tear you down, and you could know how to do something, and they'll beat you down so bad you won't even believe yourself. You forget how to spell your own name. See, when you start growing and you got that God inside of you, shoot, man, they can go on with that. They can go on with all that. I'm ready to build buildings. You know what I'm saying? And don't have no clue of how to read a diagram. You know what I'm saying? But hey, when God gives you that gift, you got that gift. And like I said, first thing you need to start with is asking Him, what I need to start with first, God. What I need to start with first. He brought you to me to encourage you to go to somebody else, until you find out, hey, I made it. Now, I would tell the youngsters, the young men and young women, when you get there, do me a favor. What's that, Mr. Lee? Give me a shout out. You got to call my name, just tip your head or give me some kind of sign that you getting me. I know just between you and I. They just start laughing. Mr. Lee, you see me going somewhere? Yeah, I see you going a lot of places. I really do. Because you have that skill set. Let nobody cloud your judgment. And when you get there, don't change because of money. Money can make you lose who you are. And once you lose who you are, you're going to be somebody else. And that person you might become, you ain't going to like. I'm just telling you what I've heard and what I know. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, trying to please everybody in the workforce, you lose part of you. Then once you find out who you really are and learn how to do the things the right way and keep yourself and have others doing what needs to be done, oh man, that's a leader. That's a leader. A leader gonna take that criticism. A leader gonna take all them stabs in the back, and stabs in the face, stabs in the neck. Because why? They can't penetrate what God has ordained. You may be sorry you sticking me, but you ain't stuck me because I ain't bleed. I'm just saying. I know. I'm not a good storyteller. My children tell me all the time, Daddy, you got some good topic, Dad, but you don't know how to deliver. I said, you're right. I'm not a good storyteller, but I do know one thing. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. People know what I'm talking about because they can feel that I've been through that, and I've been through that. These are my scars. You know, if you saw all the scars on me, you probably say, man, they messed him up. He must have been with Nightmare on Elm Street. He must have felt it a long time and a lot of time because he just sliced and diced. But like I said, though, when God is with you, who can be against you? So know your place. Get yourself a 5-year plan, and you got this. You got this. And don't be afraid to help somebody along the way. Don't be afraid to do to somebody else what I'm doing for you. You got it? I got it. Okay, cool. So like I say, good people, you know, talk to the young adults. Help them to be better people, to be better than us. If you're good, if you're bad, don't tell much be better than you. I'm just saying. So with that being said, Diddy Graham, this is my podcast. But if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people if you want to have a real conversation. Have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God, thank you.